Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Hagenson and I am doing your work for Tuesday, May 26th. This is your first page. It has the word name at the top. First thing I do is always the same. I pick up a pencil and write my name. Please write your name. I'm using pencil today, so it might be harder to see my name than usual. That's why I usually use a marker for you guys. Alright, on this page we are going to do some coloring. The directions at the very bottom say, look at the graph to answer the questions. Your first question says, which animal was chosen most often? So we have 3 animals, cats, dogs, and rabbits. The ones down here don't count as choices. They aren't ones that were voted on. That's just to tell us what kind of animal. Which one got the most votes? Which skyscraper is tallest? Yes, rabbits. So it says circle that column. So I'm going to take my pencil and circle. Columns go up and down. Circle the one that got the most. Which animal was shown least often? So least means the smallest number. Do you know your answer? The answer is dogs. There was only 1 vote for dogs. Our directions say color that column blue. So let me get my blue out. You find your blue. So that one had the least number of votes. Least means smallest. Our last question on this page says, which animal was shown 3 times? Well, remember, this bottom row doesn't count. Do you think it's rabbits? 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 is more than 3. Oh, maybe it's cats. 1, 2, 3. Yes, cats was shown 3 times on the graph. It says color that column yellow. I'm going to use a marker so you can see it easier on my paper. This is not an art lesson. You don't have to stay perfectly inside the lines. Remember, there's no such thing as perfect anyways. This page, if yours looks like mine, is done. You can flip it over to the next side. Oh, vegetable garden. I'm planting a vegetable garden at my house. Do any of you have a garden at your house? I bet some of you do. Not everybody does. That's okay. So take your pencil and write your name at the top. Right where it says N-A-M-E, name. This is how we get better at our name. We practice, practice, practice. And while I wait for you guys to finish your names, I'm going to color my lettuce green. And I'm going to color my cucumbers. Maybe I can find another color green. Maybe I can find a dark green for my cucumbers. I'm looking. There's another color for my cucumbers. You don't have to do this part, but it makes it easier for your eyes to see the different vegetables and shapes to count before we make our graph. And the last one is squash. That looks like a butternut squash to me. This is kind of a butternut squash color. It's lighter on the camera. It's brighter in person. So I'm doing this is just an extra so that it's easier for my eyes to see and count. Okay, and now you can use those same colors when you do your graph. or you can just use one color when you do your graph. So the first vegetable it wants us to count is this squash. Look up in the picture and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many squares am I going to color for the squash? 4. 1 square for each picture. And this one doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put an X in them so that I know which ones to color. There should be 4 X's. And then I'm going to color it with a marker so you can see better. That color is harder to see. So then you color those 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember why I'm coloring 4? Because there are 4 squash. Alright, next thing I have to count is my lettuce. How many heads of lettuce do you see? Yes, 2. So I'm going to take my green that I used with lettuce and I'm going to make 2 X's so that I know those are the 2 squares I'm going to color. Can we see that one okay? Color your 2 squares for lettuce. Last one. That is kind of light on the camera. I just sharpened my colored pencil, so I don't want to push too hard and break it. Okay, that's a little bit better. Last one is cucumbers. Yum, yum, yum. Let's count the cucumbers. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cucumbers. How many squares am I going to color? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them! I know which one we had the most of. We didn't count to 5 for any of the other vegetables. We have the most cucumbers. Look, the train is the longest. If I pretend like each square is a train car, this train's the longest. And I had the least lettuce. And the one in the middle was squash. I had 4. Because 4 is smaller than 5, but 4 is bigger than 2. So it's right in the middle there. Alright, and that next page, flip it over. This says sports patterns, but the first thing I do is always the same. I pick up a pencil and write my name. Alright, these look like repeating patterns. Remember, a pattern is like a song. Our directions say color each pattern. Complete each pattern by coloring the picture that comes next in the pattern. We can color. You can color them if you want. Or I'm okay with you not coloring them and just circling the one that comes next. That's what I'm going to choose to do. So baseball bat, soccer ball. Baseball bat, soccer ball. Did you say baseball bat? Let's look at the repeat part. This is the repeat part. This is a repeat part. So baseball bat, soccer ball. Baseball bat, soccer ball. What does the next one start with? Baseball bat. Shirt, shorts, shirt, shorts. Let's look at our chunks. This is our repeating part, shirt, shorts. And then it repeats again, shirt, shorts. So what's going to start our next pattern? Which one is always at the beginning? Shirt. Helmet, football. Helmet, football. Let's look at our chunk. This is our chunk of repeating. Helmet starts and then football. And then we start over at the beginning. Helmet and then football. Which one always starts? Helmet will start the next one. Ooh, these are special shoes that you use for soccer. They're called cleats. They have these little spiky things on the bottom so that you don't slip so much when you're playing. Cleats, ball. Cleats, ball. I bet you know, but I'm going to break down your chunks for you anyways. Cleats always comes first, and then ball. So here's another chunk. Cleats always comes first, and then ball. Which one always comes first? Cleats. Hoop, ball. Hoop, ball. I think you know. Here's our chunk. Hoop comes first, then ball. And then we repeat this same chunk. Hoop comes first, then ball. Which one comes first? Because we're starting a new chunk. Hoop. You did it. If you wanted to color this page, you can. If you want to color it, just push pause on the video and then come back to meet with us. Alright, your next page is a cutting page. If you are all caught up, then you should be able to pull it off the back of your packet. And it looks like this. And it says how many legs. And our choices are 6 legs or 8 legs. Ooh, some creepy crawlies down there. First thing I do is always the same. I pick up a pencil and write my name. And next thing I'm going to do is pause my video so that I can cut out these 8 rectangles. I want you to please pause your video so you can cut them out too. Okay, if your video is playing now, that means that you should have all 8 of your pieces cut out. Now there are lots of different ways we could sort these guys. We could sort them into things that Mrs. Higginson likes, like grasshoppers and ladybugs and bumblebees and beetles, and things that Mrs. Higginson doesn't like spiders and scorpions. We could sort them into things that can hurt you. Oh, a bee can hurt you, it can sting. Scorpions can hurt you. I guess spiders can hurt you because they bite. We could sort it into things with long legs and things with short legs. I don't know about the ladybug, that's kind of in the middle. Maybe long legs. But what they're asking us to do today is to count the number of legs and sort them. So I'm going to hold it up and we're going to count and see where it goes. Okay, this bee, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you look in front of the wings, there's 2 more, 5, 6. He's going to go on the 6-legged side. So take your glue stick. I have to turn mine up. Just a little bit of glue. And put him on the side with the number 6. This beetle on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 2 little things sticking out of his head. Those aren't legs, those are antennas. So he has 6 legs. Put some glue on that one. Put it on the 6th side. Let's look at this big scorpion. We're just going to count these ones in the back. These ones are claws. I don't think that they're counting them as legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put some glue on him. Is this 8? Is this 8? This one, yes. Now my prediction is if a big scorpion has 8 legs, a little scorpion also has 8 legs. Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 claws. And a yucky stinger. There's some scorpions that live up in our area. Have you ever seen one? They could hurt you, so if you see one, you want to stay away from it. They're not for playing with. Speaking of things that I don't like, let's start with this big old spider. Now, his legs, he has some that go in the front and some that go in the back. Those are all legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. all spiders have